The OG Red is going to face off with Dr. D. I'm going to have to lay some spank on that backside. That's all I'm going to say. Are my weapons there? Do I get my power sword? Is the blade blaster there? Do I get a Tyrannosaurus? I saw a Megazord. Like, what else do I get? Can I lead my team, or is it I only fight as a Red Ranger?
Okay, guys, this is perfect timing. Welcome to the Fanward Podcast. It's Olivia Blair, your host, and our amazing host as well, Cody Red. We are about to talk Fortnite with the original Red Ranger. Everyone is going crazy about it. Austin is actually in the room waiting, so I'm not going to keep the original Red Ranger waiting because that would just be wrong. So we're going to jump right into this podcast. We're super excited today, talking about all things Fortnite, and then also the Power Rangers reboot, what he thinks. And guys, what skins are you getting first? So we need to know what your thoughts are. Are you happy about it? Are you frustrated about it? You know, all these age groups, everyone's getting excited. All right, let's get Austin in here, guys. Yo.
What's going on?
Ooh, coffee.
Hey, man, how's it going?
I got mine.
Coffee is my jam, man. This is, overseas, we call it Go Juice.
Go Juice. I love it.
Op Juice, Go Juice, Life Juice.
I love, this was literally perfect timing because I sit down and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a quick intro right before he gets here. And I start talking. I was like, and he's here. So I'm not going to keep him waiting. I'm going to talk really fast because we're about to talk Fortnite.
Nice shirt.
Dude. Okay. So this is an actual like retro one. Stephanie Miguel, who does our editing for everyone who doesn't know, the amazing editor here at Fanward. His wife was in Ohio and she is like, you know, Ohio for garage sales, everything. So she gets there and someone had like cut this here. It was like an original one. And the only thing she was sad about, she's like, they cut off Austin's face. so anyways.
Yeah, I kind of got a quarter face there.
I know you got a quarter face. You're sneaking out. But anyways, it was super cool though, because it was just like, it's actually like an original one. Like she looked it up and it's like the old school ones. But I'm like, this is why I love Ohio, because the Midwest has the best garage sales, and you always like the amount of Power Ranger memorabilia I have found at these garage sales in the Midwest is like, anyways, it's so cool. So yeah, so I was excited. So I was like, all right,
I want to go find an old muscle car in a garage one day out there in a barn.
Oh, dude, you know you would.
Yeah,
those 100-year-old barns. Anyways, so we're excited. I know you're off doing a lot of great things today, but we were diving into Fortnite, and we were talking because Cody's son is like huge into Fortnite. And then I laugh because my brother, who's 26, is like, don't you know that Power Rangers has hit Fortnite? And I'm like, what? So we were talking about this age demographic of like the fans that are in Fortnite, and Cody can speak to that. And it's just like how they're bringing in this whole new group of fans, but they're coming back to Power Rangers, which is so cool, especially with the reboot and everything happening.
It's crazy. Yeah. How old's your boy, Cody?
He'll be 18 next month, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So I've got my oldest is kind of out of it, but I've got my middle who he's 12 now, and he's all about some Fortnite. So Dad, you're on Fortnite. And my oldest looked at me and he goes, hey, how does it feel to know you really finally made it? I was like, finally, thank God.
So I got a funny story about Fortnite. EJ, my son, once got grounded for the longest period of his entire life because of Fortnite, because he stole his grandmother's credit card to buy V-Bucks. Oh. He was grounded from his PlayStation for 2 years.
What?
Yes. And so that shows you, I mean, EJ's a good kid. So that shows you the impact that Fortnite's had. I mean, really. And the fact that they're bringing in the original Power Rangers, the original ones, like I was telling Olivia, not In Space, not Megaforce, the original Power Rangers, 30 years later to a game with an 18 to 35 demographic shows the staying power of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like, it's insane. Absolutely insane.
It's wild. And oftentimes when I talk to people, I mean, obviously I live in the US and I speak to more people here in the US on a regular basis, but no matter where I go in the world, like it's big here in the US, but when I go to other countries, it's even bigger, especially when I get into Southeast Asia or Latin America. I mean, quadruple, 5 times, 10 times the crowds, insanity. Yeah. So this game, Fortnite, and others like it are the only connection because they don't get the actors and the casts and the Comic Cons near as often. So it is
Right.
enormous down there. It's a big deal.
Well, okay, go ahead, Cody.
I mean, I live in Thailand, and we have this
Yeah.
place in Bangkok called Mega Plaza, and it's literally 8 floors of nerd stuff. BB guns, anime figures, pops, whatever, everything, comic book, everything. But you will find entire floors still dedicated to Power Rangers and Super Sentai. And yes, that most of their stuff was Super Sentai for sure, because I mean, you're talking about Asia, but you still see Trini and Jason and Zach and Kimberly everywhere, just everywhere. Helmets, toys. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, no, I'm going to make a bold statement, and the fans, and you guys can comment below, and you guys can give me your feedback on this. I think from learning what I've seen about fandoms since starting work with Austin in 2018, I think Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is probably as big as it is because of the characters and actors who continue to go face to face with the fans for 30 years. So yes, they have marketing, they have all this, but I look at Disney, I look at all these other shows, and yes, the people love the characters, but this massive dedication to have fans show up again and again, I believe, is deeply connected to the people that played those also showing up for them over and over again. I don't think if you guys would have had it disappeared, like a majority of actors do, not saying that in a negative way, just they go on to the next thing, or their managers or people go, hey, don't discuss it. But you guys did the opposite. You went out and were like, we're going to go talk to these fans. You've traveled around the world. You've kept that energy alive. There is always that reconnection that fans have to that thing. That's just my opinion, that I think people don't realize it actually goes hand in hand, and it's still here for 30 years because we're still having this conversation, and you give a fuck about it. Like, you actually are showing up.
He's here for it.
That's
literally.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I've
That's my opinion. No one has to agree with that, but I'm just like,
well, I've signed autographs with a lot of other celebs in the world, from Star Trek to Star Wars to, Schwarzenegger. I mean, all of them, from A-list all the way on down to whatever list Power Rangers are on. But I will tell you that, behind every cast, behind every character is the man or the woman who played it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're not always someone who's friendly in person. Yeah. They're not always someone who's open. And I've seen some cast members of shows that have been on for 60 years, who people come away from those tables with just utter disappointment.
Yeah.
And I only had to see that a few times to decide I was never going to allow that at my table.
Yeah.
Well, I know for me personally, what the first Comic-Con I ever went to, because I never had a lot of money, so we never went, to too many of them. But I met Bulk and Skull, and dude, like, to this day, like my son was 4 years old, and we still remember that moment because they were so genuine and real. And I've told Olivia this story 1,000 times, but like, Bulk and Skull made me realize, like, they were the ones that made me realize, some of these people are just real people, like genuine, real. I mean, they were butchering a couch, and they were telling us, like, you need to rip up the couch. You just have to do it. It's tradition. So we did. It was Lexington Comic-Con, by the way, Lexicon.
Yep.
And they were just super cool people. And of course, Walter, I never got to meet you in person, but I met Walter and got to do the morphing thing with him. Just, some people don't want to take that time, and they did. They wanted to, like, they acted like they wanted to, and you could feel it. It's just great.
And that's why I think this Fortnite is so cool. So, okay, so what have you been hearing about Austin? What are your thoughts on it? Because we've been talking about just like, fans getting the skins. They have until August 29th to get like the skins, but then there's ways they can keep making points to keep having it throughout. But it's like very fascinating. I'd never dived into Fortnite. When I was looking into this, I was like, oh my God, this is one of the most popular games. Like, it's just, Fortnite is massive. And so I just love this.
People are blowing me up. Like, I have, I've got people all over the industry at various levels of game manufacture, game production, to film production and film, just all kinds of levels of people at various paths throughout my time in the show.
And they all care.
And I have received, I can't even count them, how many messages every day for the last week and a half.
Yeah.
Of dude, you're on Fortnite. Dude, you're on Fortnite. Holy crap. Did you know there's 60 million people on Fortnite? You got to go do this. You got to go do this. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. And then I thought, yeah, well, I mean, I could check it out and do a video on checking it out. And then I thought, I wonder if the fans would want to play. Like, could I play with the fans? Could we go Power Ranger whoop ass on somebody out there? Like, that would be a ton of fun. Let's go get it. And I don't play Fortnite, so I know there's going to be some suckage on my part. Which button does what? It's not going to be my best day.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a ton of fun to have. Maybe I'll get an A team. Maybe I'll have a bunch of other first-time players. If people even want to play, we got to figure that out. But I mean, I can imagine us all going and getting dead in 30 seconds because I think it's kind of like a last man standing sort of environment as it's been explained to me by my children.
I love that. Yeah. I love the kids are like, listen, Dad, we're going to break it down.
And then they show me jumping out of buses. You got to honk at the bus driver. I was like, why am I honking at the bus driver that's flying through the sky? Is this a magic carpet bus? Like, I'm just watching little clips of what they're doing. And then there's this evil fog or toxic fog that closes in and circles around you, and you have to avoid the fog, while Thor and some other Marvel character and some other character I don't know,
Peter Griffin,
like you never know who's going to kill you. It could be from anywhere.
I love that.
I mean, it's even got Resident Evil characters. So, it could be, awesome. It could be Jill Valentine or Goku with an AK-47. Like
Jill Valentine can kill me. I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I knew you two guys would be like, you know what? We're fine. We just fall over dead. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, Jill Valentine.
You just blow a kiss my way and I'm done. Okay, you got me.
Dude, I got a replica of Jill Valentine's Beretta recently. Oh, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. Her M92. Anyway, off subject. We'll have a Resident Evil podcast for that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think the whole point is we should talk to the fans. We should find out, do they want to play? Do they want to? Should we set up? How do we do that? Do we do it on Discord? Is there a Twitch? Is there, I mean, there's so many different ways. What is the best way to set up some game time? Like, let's get this.
If you were to break down to the Red Ranger how to play his character because he hasn't done it, guys,
look, Austin, here's how you be a Power Ranger.
Give us the steps. Give us the steps below of what it's like and what might it feel like for the Red Ranger to play. Actually, have you ever played one of the characters? Have you ever played any of the video games where you're playing yourself in something like this?
The only one I ever played was like the original 90s 2D version.
Wow.
It was on a little handheld console. I've had people bring them to me at Comic-Cons as of late a few times where I'm in 2D and, push the buttons and you wait for it to blip and disappear and reappear one step over, like total 90s, tech. And
the Tiger handhelds.
Yeah.
They look like calculators.
Yeah, so that's about as far as I've gotten on it. But, I mean, this is 2025. I would...
Okay, what was your initial feeling when you first found out about Fortnite? What was your thoughts about? You're like, oh, it's doing it again? Like, what was your first, like...
My first thought was, when does this end? Like, when does it end? Never. I mean, Star Wars and Star Trek, 60 some odd years now.
Yeah.
I think we're well on our way to 60, 70, 100-year legacy. This is one of these shows that's timeless. It fits in all cultures. There's always one character or more for someone in the world of some faith, some religion, some culture to identify with, to want to be like or be next to or follow or date or whatever. There's something in there always. So I think 30 years from now, if I still got an old pulse, I would, I think we may be out there looking at Fortnite number 26.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be super cool. And I'm excited, and it comes at a really important time because there's all these rumors. Well, is Disney remaking the series? And
I was just looking at that right now.
What's Jonathan Entwistle doing? And what's this director doing? And who's really got it? Who's on first? What's on second? Like, nobody knows. So I think this is kind of a great time to just get in and, kind of have just like a coffee shop meet, informal.
Yes.
Let's go kill some bad guys or watch the good guys get killed. I'm not sure how it's going to work. And let's just talk. Whatever. Can you talk? Are there chats? How do you chat and kill the bad guys at the same time and stay alive? Is that possible?
Cody, is it?
Cody, is that possible?
I'm not a Fortnite guy, but I just know enough.
Cody, see, this is what Austin and I want to do. We're like, can we play the game and just drink some good coffee? Option, what would be in our coffee?
Hide behind a wall. Do what we call in video gaming, we call it camping. Hide behind a wall, wait for people to walk past, then shoot them. That's what my mom loves to do on Call of Duty. My mom plays Call of Duty and she loves to camp. Stop camping. I've told you 1,000 times. But anyway.
You had me at the fact that your mom is shooting people.
I just love this.
She plays Call of Duty like 12 hours a day. But anyway, that actually takes me to my next point.
Blows my mind.
If we have Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles in Fortnite, we already have Ninja Turtles in Call of Duty. Is Call of Duty next? Is Dead by Daylight next? Like what game? Like the fact that Power Rangers is being dropped into one of the world's most popular video games 30 years after the fact that they, were on TV to a whole new age demographic. They're being dropped into one of the most popular games on the planet, not some side thing. They are still this big of a deal, man. Like, so what's next? And like Austin said, like with the new show or the new movie being talked about, it's like this train doesn't stop. It's a crazy train. Rest in peace, Ozzy.
Yeah. And I think, we have Fanward and we've done so much through Fanward and I want to keep doing it through Fanward. But I talk about a lot of things, Fanward. I feel like Fortnite might be a unique opportunity to sit down in a different format with people who are enjoying games, which I've gamed. I've done some what's the one your mom plays? You just mentioned it.
Oh, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. So I've got, I think, version 6. And every so often I'll get in for 20, 30 minutes and just blow up bad guys. And I have a great time doing it.
Yes.
And, I'm probably getting my butt whooped by some 12-year-old in Hong Kong. But, it's a great time. So I enjoy that. And I will sit and I have my cup of coffee next to me. And you ask, what do I put in it?
Yes, I do want to know.
I'm one of those weird guys. Like, I put good stuff in my coffee because I'm drinking it when I need to power up. You know what I mean? When I need to hit the next level, when I need to dig out of the trenches that I'm in. So sometimes, I'll throw in stuff like raw organic butter. Sometimes I'll throw in heavy cream. Sometimes I've got like ashwagandha. Sometimes I do coconut, MCT oil, because that goes straight to the brain. It's straight energy.
See, I was literally going straight to something else. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to clean me out.
Well, everybody, right after you have a cup of coffee, it's not going to be long before you go straight to the bathroom. But,
but not that topic. Go ahead.
As long as you go to the bathroom more awake mentally, that's the point. And I've got to imagine, we need to do, here's the other thing. Okay. So we're going to get Ranger fans together, and then we're going to do some who drank coffee and some who don't. And then we're going to compare scores. Yes. Who gets more kills, who lives longer, or maybe who dies because they got the jitters. We need the coffee analysis.
We need the caffeine level to which level of caffeine do you need to be at? Cody's drinking a Coca-Cola over there. Then you're going to have like Red Bulls. Like, what's your level? Or can you still beat Austin's level with his coffee magic mojo stuff in there? Like, you don't. You're going to need the Red Ranger blend over there if you're going to want to beat him.
Austin's coffee fare against the Red Bull Gamer Squad?
Yeah.
But you see, this conversation just shows exactly why Power Rangers has lasted so long. Because Austin's like, I want to play video games and drink coffee with the fans. It's like, that's exactly why. Like, I met William Shatner when he was 80 years old. He was great. He was very accommodating, very nice, very friendly. But he was also 80-year-old William Shatner. He wanted to go home. You know what I mean? But like, I get it. I would want to go home too. But like, he wasn't asking me to sit there and play Fortnite with him and drink coffee. You get what I'm saying? It's like, there's a difference in connection. There's this wall that is built between most celebrities and their fans. And what Fanward does great, and why Austin and Walter and all the others fit it so well, is because they want to tear that wall down.
Yeah.
And
I think that's what you were saying with what you said with Fortnite. In a way, he was like, when we were talking about this, he goes, Olivia, Fortnite is kind of like Fanward. He's like, they bring in all these different characters all the time, and they're just giving these fans a place to play with all their favorite characters throughout their life, or the favorite, actors, or all the stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's, it's like, that's what we love to just like fandoms. Our passion is fandoms. And that's why Austin's like, dude, that's why you worked in this in the beginning, because you understand fandoms at such a level of just, and you have a care for them. You actually, you care about that space. And so I think that's what's really cool too with Fortnite, because it's not just the game. You're going, what it's psychologically doing and where it's meeting people, which is amazing.
I wouldn't have been a paramedic if I didn't care about people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been the guy who showed up in the middle of the night in people's darkest hour and dropped them off at the hospital and then disappeared into the night for the next call. I mean, in 16 years of being a medic, I can count how many times people showed up at the fire station to ask who took them to the hospital.
Yeah.
Or to, occasionally a mom would bring in a tray of cookies. We didn't do that because we wanted reward. We did it because it's about serving something bigger than yourself. It's about being part of your community. And that is a huge piece of who I am and how I was raised. My dad was military. My mom was a cop. My grandfather literally bombed Hitler out of Nazi-occupied France all the way to Berlin. 23 different missions he flew in World War II, bombing the Nazis out of Europe. And the average B-29 Stratofortress pilot lasted 3 missions before they were shot down. He flew over 20.
Damn.
So my whole family.
You were meant to be here. That's why.
Well, my brother served. My father served. We all have our attachment with God, and it's hard to be attached to anybody if you constantly place yourself in this position mentally where you're better than everyone, where you're better than authority, where you don't have to be here, or whether I'm only here because I need an autograph. You know how much stuff I give away at the table all the time, and I'm not rich. I'm not rich at all. I do it because I love watching the parents come up with their little ones and watching their little ones' eyes get huge. And they start out, many of them, very shy, and they don't know what to say. And, oh my gosh, that's that guy I've been watching Power Rangers with for my 5 years of existence. And I'm watching the parents who remember that same experience at the age of 5 share it with their now 5-year-old. And then how do you connect that? Well, that's up to me at the table. I, in seconds, have the ability to make or break that experience and make the parent regret ever showing it to them, or make the parent and the child glad they have it together and give them something to further bond over. And that is in a blink of a decision of mine at a table. And I'm a father. I have my own kids. I'm not going to let that opportunity go by. I love that. And then, sometimes I take a little one and have them, and it might be my 3rd autograph of the day. The line's just getting going. It's, 5 hours long. And I've got, a little 3 or 4-year-old who's still in that super just special. They love high energy. They respond to big eyes. They respond to big smiles. And I'll just sit them on one knee and I'm like, my hand is so exhausted. I can't possibly sign another autograph. Can you help me out?
I've seen you do this. It's so great.
Yeah. And they just get these big eyes and the parents are like, what's going on? And you bring them over and I'll have them hold my wrist. And I'm like, whoa, what? When I make these huge autographs. And all of a sudden that little one, I'm like, that is the best autograph I've ever done. Yeah. That is so cool. I couldn't have done it without you. And now I have this little 3 to 5-year-old to 7-year-old to 8-year-old girl, who's just had this spectacular moment that I never got with Superman.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to give them. I never got to meet Superman. I never got to meet Batman when I was little. I never got to meet Spider-Man or the Fantastic Four or any of these guys. And if I could have, and I could have had a moment like that, like Cody said, that's one of those I would never have forgotten. And I want to make sure that when these folks come to see me, or when we drink coffee and kill bad guys on Fortnite, that we have those moments, and I realize, Fortnite, if there's a way to even do this, we should ask the fans. I don't even know if they would be interested, but if they are, I want to find a way to make it fun and cool and organized and just have fun. Like that's the point.
That is the richness.
Life is full of a lot of work. It's full of a lot of responsibilities. It's full of a lot of I got tos. I want this to be something people want to, and one of the rare moments in life that's just fun.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's possible, but we should figure it out.
Well, I just love you're talking about you're like, okay, I might not be rich, but then you went into a list of the things that make actually us rich as humans, makes our soul rich, makes our mind rich. And I think that's what a lot of these, Hasbro, thank you for you've kept putting out toys, you kept putting out these things, but it's the fact that when they get that new collectible, they know the hope in their mind that they can also go take that very collectible and go meet a real person who then looks them in the eye and lets their little kid write their own autograph with them.
Yeah.
You can't displace that connection. That is, to me, is what life's about. Community is what it's about. Like, I mean, at the end of our life, you're going to have all these collectibles in some, recycle bin, some massive garbage heap, in 100 years. But yet someone in their journal or have written down their memory associated to meeting a human connected to that. That's why they'll hold on to it, because it's like, oh, this is what that person made me feel. There was that connection.
Olivia, it's like like we were talking about with the WWE moments.
Yes.
Where it's like the people who get to touch the wrestlers' hands when they walk by. You never forget that, ever. You never forget it. There's this connection, and it's one of the reasons why pro wrestling is so brilliant for all of its faults. It's that it tears down that wall between the celebrity and the person. It just does, because these aren't celebrities you're watching on a TV show or a movie. These are superheroes that you're watching walk down the ramp, that they're touching your hand, or they're holding your sign or whatever. They're looking at you, and Hulk Hogan was great at it with you, and then all of this. But that's that WWE fan moment, like where you touch the person's hand and it's sweaty and you know that they just wrestled a match, but like you never forget it. My mom and her grandma went to a wrestling show once, and her grandma was so excited her dentures fell out. And Jerry the King Lawler had to hand her dentures because they had fallen over the gate. But I never met my great grandmother, but I know that story.
I guarantee you, Jerry is telling the other celebrities about the dentures he handed back to some lady. I guarantee you that story has gone both directions.
Probably. And his version's probably a little bit dirtier, knowing him. But I never met my great grandmother, but I know that story.
Yeah.
And it's like somebody who's never going to have known who Austin was, which probably will never happen because Power Rangers is never going to die. No. It'll never die. Somebody's going to go, I met that person. I met the Red Ranger 100 years ago. And they're going to go, it's going to be like something from Futurama where they go, you mean the guy in the jar? Like, because Austin's head will be in a jar, because like that's what they do with celebrities on Futurama. But that's the kind of stuff that we love. Like, as a fan, that's the kind of stuff. Bulk and Skull, I will remember that until the day I die. I have their picture right here next to me on this table. I will remember that until the day I die. And when I was a kid, I was like, Bulk and Skull, ew, Bulk and Skull. Now I'm walking through the house whistling their song all the time. It's so dumb. I hate that stupid song.
But it has to do with that relationship. Like, it's like you can have all these characters, and it doesn't matter the character they play. As soon as someone meets you in person and you're going like Austin, you were saying, like, oh, this person gives a shit. Like, they're not just here to be like, okay, I have to do another autograph because I'm required. And that's what I've seen. And that's why I think it's so exciting with Fortnite. It's because, yes, the characters can show up in the game for this brand new generation, but the fans are also going, okay, what is Austin going to say about it? What's Walter going to say about it? Like, I've just seen it all over. They're just like, ooh, what are they going to say about it? Because it's another way to connect.
What now I'm sitting here and I'm transitioning the fun side. Like, okay, inner 5-year-old about to come out. Here we go.
Okay.
I understand that like Dr. Doom is in Fortnite. All I know is I want to full on kick Dr. Doom's backside all over Fortnite. Like that for me, like that's epic, evil, bad guy vibes. Like it's Dr. Doom. It's getting ready to be played by Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Really?
He's going to be playing Dr. Doom, which is why I think they killed him off. So now the OG Red is going to face off with Dr. D, and I'm going to have to lay some spank on that backside. That's all I'm going to say. I want to know,
hey, man,
are my weapons there? Do I get my power sword? Is the blade blaster there? Do I get a Tyrannosaurus? I saw a Megazord. Like, what else do I get?
The Megazord's actually another skin.
Okay.
And can I lead my team, or is it I only fight as a Red Ranger?
You do have your power sword. You have a pose. You have a giant Tyrannosaurus coin that can sit on your back. That's all I can see right now, but there might be more. Oh, they all get their weapons. Every one of the Rangers gets their weapons and their coin. That is sick. Because let's be honest, Zach's axe is really cool.
Oh, the battle axe is insane. So now, if I understand this correctly, anytime you kill an opponent, I don't even know if they're bad guys, but you kill an opponent, another player, you get to rifle through like their stuff. So I could conceivably be the Red Ranger with Dr. Doom's fist.
Conceivably, yes.
Wait, what?
So I have a power sword in one hand, Doom fist in the other. Come on. Come on.
Okay,
have you ever seen the Japanese movie Battle Royale?
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen Mockingjay, Hunger Games?
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what Fortnite is. It's everybody until the last breath. And as you're doing that, the circle that you have to fight in keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller until there's only 2 left and the last man stands.
So it's like Dressed and Afraid. It's just the opposite of Naked and Afraid.
Yes.
Okay.
And you just want to take everybody else's stuff and everybody else's lives.
I like it.
Okay.
So we get Caffeine and Kills.
Yes, Caffeine and Kills.
Caffeinated Kills. That should be the name of the group right there. Caffeinated Kills.
I love it. Okay, okay. So yes, I'll have to dive into this. And I know, Austin, you have kids staying doing all your things. So I want to make sure we respect your time and get you onto your thing. But this is I'm just so excited about this because we're like, let's get this conversation going. I just love seeing fans keep being served in multiple ways and get to come back with excitement. And it's just like, this is just bringing in that brand new fandom, which is amazing on all levels because it now gives another generation. This is the last thing I'll say, because you see this a lot where you have like an older generation of fans, like, okay, I'm in my 30s and then my brother who likes his thing and he's always trying to convince me to like my stuff. And I'm always trying to convince him to like my stuff. It's always this whole battle. Now you have the Power Rangers going into this age group where it's like these generations are actually coming together and they get to have something in common, which is also what I love about Power Rangers because it's always bringing people together. But I love that the conversation among all these different age groups, they're all having the same conversation. And to me, that's just so cool about community because it gives every age group something to agree on or disagree. But at the end of the day, they get to talk about it. They're talking. And that's what I love about Power Rangers. I've seen is, like you mentioned, the 5-year-old kid all the way up to the parent. It gives you a conversation to have and start, which then leads to so many cool areas. But you get that one thing in common again. And in the world and everything that's happening, you know what? Thank you, Fortnite, for bringing something that everyone can have something in common right now, because that's what we need, really.
Yeah, this will be another place for coffee conversation and kill.
Yes,
you know,
I like it. I like it.
Go kill some bad guys. I want to take out Dr. Doom.
Yes.
You heard it here, folks. The original Red Ranger wants to fight Dr. Doom.
All right.
Right here.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Austin. We'll get you out of here. You're the best. All right.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Good one.
This is awesome.
And you know what? I think I hope we're still going because I got more to say.
Oh, dude, we're not. We're going. We're going.
Okay.
I gave him. He said 30 minutes. Let's go.
Good job. So, do you not find it a little? Because I don't believe in coincidence. We've talked about this. A little serendipitous that they happen to drop these right after those rumors leak about the new season and movie and everything.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's all collaborated.
It has to be connected in some way, right?
No, you need to get for this to go epic, just from what I know about fandoms. This is one-on-one drip campaign.
Mm.
You start to slow. It's called the pulling back of the bow.
Right.
You start to build up the tension in the community, getting the conversation going, getting the feedback going, which is also to me is like, I'm actually really glad they're doing this versus going, hey, we have enough ego. We're just going to drop another show and do whatever we want. The fact that they're putting it into other categories and getting other fans excited about it, to me, is amazing.
Yeah.
I love that they're collaborating because, like I said, they're bringing in this next generation. So they're getting not just the older generation, you know, and when I say older, it's like we're in our 30s, so it's not that old, but they're getting that other generation excited. So then it's getting that hype up. So if you have a whole year and then the movie doesn't come out for 2 years, this is a full on play of going, okay, let's test it in these other markets. Let's see what this hype is going. Let's start building those memories back, building that nostalgia back. And
the hype is definitely real.
The hype is
I've
real.
heard about nothing but this for days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same. That's all I've seen all over my socials.
And if it didn't have some connection to the leaks, they would have dropped these on the 30th anniversary. Like
Yeah.
they would have just dropped it all at once. But like you said, it's like with this, they're feeding these images to people who may have never even seen Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But they're also feeding it to the people who they know have. So when that new show or movie or whatever it is does drop, you've got people from every angle coming.
Yeah.
And like I would love to have access to the official Power Rangers YouTube analytics, because I'd love to see if there was a jump, you know, in watching the original series, because you can get most of the original series on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'd love
I
to
saw
see if
that.
there was a jump in like interest when this was announced. You
Well, and
know?
that's why, like, when Austin, so for all you fans knowing, we're getting a Jason's Rewind. You know, good old. That's why I always loved, because when Austin first started Power Rangers, it was like, you know, he had to figure out, okay, I need to change my name because my name is Jason, and then they gave me a character named Jason. Okay, so I'm gonna make my name. It's like, instead of changing the character's name, he's like, okay, I'll change my whole name in real life. So everyone knows him as Austin St. John, but you know, his name is Jason. And his character's also name is Jason. And then you have Jason David Frank. So it's like Jason just seems to be the character. But we're having a lot of Jasons. And so we're going to be launching this. We have the content at Fanward, but we had talked, and Austin's like, listen, I want to also get something out on YouTube, you know, because with conversations like this, with the podcast style we're doing, because he's like, it's fun to, especially on YouTube, to get that community base going on there, and they can we have tons of content with the membership where fans can get stuff there as well, where Austin dives into more intimate conversations. To be honest, you're going to have more niche where fans are asking things about life and mental health and just things that they would ask their closest friend. And so Austin has kept that, you know, on Fanward, where fans, you know, the members send in their questions and he dives into your name personally. I mean, he'll read on full on 2-page emails of just like, and break that down and have that conversation. And so not everyone, you know, is maybe interested in that, but it is for that close fandom that goes, hey, I've met him throughout my life. He has been that character. He's been that hero. So it's for that select group of fans that matters deeply to them. And so we have that there for them. But content like this, where it's like, this is something that a lot of fans are talking about. We're going to be putting things like this up on YouTube, where it's just these big conversations that draw fans from all around the world. We can get those conversations going. And then if you want to go deeper with Austin, then he's like, dude, I'm all down for that. I'll be there. And Walter. We're getting Walter's
and
YouTube.
Walter, baby.
Oh, Walter, we love that man.
Oh, we love Walter. He's the best.
He's the best. So
he's so good. I love
he's such a he's that good.
He's got more energy than I do.
Oh my gosh. Last time we filmed, I was just filming him and he's like, okay, get on camera. Let's go. And I was like, okay, I'm ready. And my brain just blanked. And he's like working my shoulder. He's like, let's get you caffeine. Come on. I'm like, dude, you're in your 50s and I'm over here zoning out. And he's like, come on, Olivia, get you hyped up.
And I'm doing hip hop keto.
Oh, it was. He was literally like, let's go. And I'm like, okay,
why am I not surprised?
Okay. Like, he's the hype man. Like, he's just like, I'm like, he just shows up every single time with such energy. And so,
He's got that spirit, man.
Shout out. I was like, okay, we want to get Walter on here now to talk about this too. So now that we got the OG, get the Red Ranger, So anyways, I think this is just exciting to see with the reboot being in talks. I think it's an amazing way to keep building the community and us connecting on something in a world right now where everything feels displaced. There isn't that teamwork feeling. And I think that's what I love about Power Rangers is you have all these from different walks of life. They really represented just everyone where someone could be like, okay, I can see myself in that character. And right now we need that. People need to be able to see themselves in something positive.
Yes.
And that's always been what Fanward's about. It's just like, it's you guys. Like, you guys are the fans, the heart of it. But really, we want to give you something where you guys can all come together and look someone in the eye and be like, oh, you're human just like me. You and I are the same. Like, I was talking to a fan the other day. Hey, you can go anywhere all across the internet. There will always be topics of debate. There will always be things that, you know, get the algorithm going where people can argue and all that stuff. That's everywhere right now. I just want to give you guys somewhere where it's like, hey, I can have a reprieve. Like Austin was saying, man, I get to play a game and drink coffee and have fun. Dude, that's what Fanward's about. Just grab your favorite drink, favorite snack, join in the community, come listen to a podcast with Cody and I, hop on, watch a video with Austin where it's just like, it feels like he's talking right to you because he is. And
I mean,
it's
literally
in some cases where he's like, you're like, oh my God, like I have so many fans come in. They're like, oh my God, I was so excited when he read my whole fucking email. They don't say fucking.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who says fucking. All these, you guys
some
are all.
of them says fucking.
Some of them keep very, very true to
Actually, what you're talking about, I've actually seen a lot of that lately on our YouTube channel with the videos that Walter and Austin did for Twee.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comments on those videos recently for some reason.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, you're saying exactly what, I've always wanted to hear people say, or she was my favorite Ranger, which I totally get because she was just the OG yellow. And I don't know if anybody will ever beat her. But Tanya was great though. And Aisha was great.
Yeah. I've met them both. She's like,
yeah. Oh my God. Aisha's a sweetheart. She's
met her so freaking cool. Like just like,
so cool.
Yeah.
But we could talk about that all day. But like just the comments people leave on the YouTube videos where it's like, dude, I was there, I'm 40 now, but like, I remember all of this. I remember when you guys left the show, or I love what you're saying about Twee. She was my favorite Ranger. And it's like every one of these people, we read all these. Like I have control of the YouTube background, the backstage stuff. I read every message.
Yes.
I have to, because some people are buttheads.
Yes.
But like I love the good ones. And it's like, Austin gets we tell these people the stuff you guys say. You guys are a part of this team in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
Like every day.
Yeah, when you guys when Cody Cody will send me screenshots of this, and then I'll send it to Austin, I'll send it to Walter. Like we have these conversations. This isn't just this very disconnected group. It's like we're a small community, we're a small family here. We're a group of people that just like deeply care about the space, and it's been an honor to work with Walter and Austin because like I'm like, oh, I can text them and be like, hey, this is just I'm just seeing this conversation going. Do you have thoughts on it, or just want you to be aware. And then they just, when they go out then with the fans, because the amount of messages I get, I can't send every message to Austin or Walter. Like I'd be blowing up their phone all day. But what I do is like when I see a common conversation happening and see something happen where a lot of fans are going, this is something that deeply matters to us. That's Cody and I's job to be like, hey, we have this majority of these fans are discussing it. This deeply matters. Then when they're out on the road, talking to fans, they have these conversations with them in person. So our job here is to create the community here to let them know. So even when they go out on the road, they're able to continue these conversations with you guys. So it's just, and that's what it is. So I'm going to look at this real quick. Austin's texting me. So I just want to make sure.
I mean, in a lot of ways, that's the entire reason we're doing this episode about Fortnite, because people wouldn't shut up about it. We had to talk about it. Yeah. Like I was in Malaysia when they dropped the news and you were
I was on tour with Big Time Rush.
You weren't at work.
I wasn't at work. So I was working, but not working.
Right. We were both completely separate from work at the time. And it's like, oh, by the way, the Power Rangers are making a lot of noise on Fortnite. And it's like, wait a second, Fortnite, Power Rangers, what? Yeah. And then we have to have that conversation because whether you love Fortnite or you hate it, you want to hear what Austin has to say about it.
Well, and that's why we did this. That's Cody's like, let's get Austin on here because the fans want to talk about it. So it's not just like, oh, even Austin, he's like, this is important to them. Like, for instance, this morning, he's like, okay, what time do you want to do it? I was like, what time do you have? He's like, I'll do whatever time. He's like, I'll do it at 5 a.m. And I'm like, dude, that's 3 a.m. my time. I love you fans, but not that much. But Austin, on the other hand, he was willing to be up at 5 a.m. and get on a call because he's like, he goes on the road, but when he comes home, he is a family man. That man is like, if he's on the road, he and I are talking about fans, but when he's home and I'm calling him, we're talking about his kids and his family and the people he takes care of. And that resonates so much with me because that's like, oh, that same love he does there, he just takes right back out. Like every little kid, man, I've never seen someone he just looks at like, and you see the love he has for his children. He just looks at every kid as going, hey, how would that make my child feel? I want my child to feel special because he fucking is an amazing dad.
And we talk about it a lot. You can't fake genuine.
No.
And
kids know it. Kids know it when you fake.
Yeah. And Austin was stoked as hell about the Power Rangers being on Fortnite. Like,
Yes,
you can't
he was.
fake that excitement.
Dude, he's been texting me for days and days. He's like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? I've got to talk about it. Where do I go? What do I do? And I'm like, let me get back home. I'm coming.
I was in freaking Malaysia.
I know.
And
I told him, I was like, you got to wait. Cody gets back on Monday. We'll get up. We'll do it right away.
Yeah, y'all couldn't have this conversation without me. I'm the most
Hell
important
no.
part.
You are. We know that. Awesome.
I'm the bridge. I'm just the bridge.
Dude.
But
more than that, but okay.
Austin was stoked, and I mean, he should be like when like he said, his oldest kid said, "How's it feel to finally have made it?"
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, a child actor or a child star from the 90s getting into Fortnite is in a lot of ways, not in the same way, in a lot of ways, like getting your star on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yes.
Like, it really is. And that sounds ridiculous. And it might be a little,
No, I actually don't think it is, because the Hollywood Boulevard, a lot of the stars, that's representation for what Hollywood thinks of you. Okay. That's just my opinion. You getting in Fortnite or back in the fandom tells you what the fans think about you.
Right.
Because you're still in their space. I've seen these Hollywood stars, people who go visit the Hollywood stars, but it's like, oh yeah, I got approval from Hollywood. They were willing to put me on their, thing. What did the fans think about you? Think of all the stars that are on there that fans may just walk on by because but they're all out there talking about Fortnite. They're all getting excited about the reboot. It's all about, for us, what matters is, listen, big corporations, they're all going to have what their opinions are. Like I said, I'm glad Hasbro and all these companies are still putting things out. I have nothing to say against that. I'm so grateful for that. Okay. That's awesome, because they're serving you fans. But at the end of the day, I'm going, it doesn't matter to me how many times Hasbro or anyone puts more things out about Power Rangers. My question is always going to be, well, what do you fans think about it? What is your opinion? How does it make you feel? And at the end of the day, does it feel like it met you where you're at and it gave you what you desired? And that's what I want in the comments. Like, what do you guys think about Fortnite? Are you excited about it? Are you pissed off about it? What are your opinions? Do you just not care at all? But the fact is, you're discussing it, and Austin is just here to be like, hey, what are your thoughts? And so what do you think Austin should do with this? And, he just seemed excited to play Dr. Doom. He's just like, wow. Yeah.
He just wants to fight Dr. Doom.
This is what I love about the podcast and have so much fun, because it happens every time you and I talk about something or we bring someone on. That moment where I started to see Austin get excited when he said, I wish I could have met Batman. I wish I could have met my Superman. I wish I could have met Fantastic Four, because to him, I know Austin I'm like, oh, there's the child. There's that thing inside that's like, that was his characters. And so every time he gets to connect with a fan, it's almost fulfilling that thing that he wished he had as a kid. And I think that's what you and I talk about all the time. It's just like, that's why we keep having these conversations, because we want to give that to everybody, where you get to have that moment where there is just no shame, no judgment. Come as you are, talk about what you love, and remember that feeling. And then when you get to have it with somebody else, you get to continue that conversation and get to relive that, and you get to have it, which is just freaking the best.
Yeah. And in a lot of ways, you're actually unlocking the things you love, because I know that for me personally, when I went into my really bad depression that lasted way too long, a lot of the reason was because I had locked everything away in a little box inside of me.
Yeah.
Told myself it wasn't important anymore, or whatever you tell yourself,
Yes.
And I wonder, and once I finally unlocked it was when I actually started to feel like myself again. Buying Power Rangers stuff and buying Ninja Turtles. I've got like 12 Ninja Turtle figures over here. I've got a bunch of Pokemon stuffed animals, just everything that I wish I'd had when I'd locked it all away. Yeah. And it's like, for a lot of us, we don't even realize we lock it all away. Yeah. We just do. And I think that's one of the great things about Fortnite in a lot of ways, even though I don't play it, is that you can go as who I am. I can go through this list of characters that I have right in front of me, scroll down 4 rows and find something that I at one point locked away.
Yes.
Like, I'm just going to scroll and stop. Mortal Kombat characters. Kitana, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, scroll down a little bit further. Anime characters, scroll down a little bit further. Okay, those are all Fortnite characters. I don't know any of them. Mariah Carey, like
Oh my
who
gosh.
doesn't lock Mariah Carey away at least once a year? Lionel Messi's even in this freaking game. The Weeknd,
Wow.
Lady Gaga. Like, see, that's kind of what I meant when I said
Yes.
it's like your star on Hollywood Boulevard. It's like
Yes.
Austin, Fortnite's not going to die for a long time. It's just not. It makes too much money. Austin is immortalized here
Yes.
with Doctor Doom, with God's fucking Godzilla.
I love
Like, you
God.
get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like Eminem is in this game. Leatherface, Deadpool, Edward Scissorhands, the Jigsaw doll, Shaquille O'Neal. Like, this is in a lot of ways a star on a nerd heart's Hollywood Boulevard.
I love that.
It's incredible. Even as someone who doesn't play the game, I understand what it means. You know, it's a powerful thing.
Well, we understand communities because we understand it for us in each of our own space. And that's like when something like this kind of meets us where we're at. And it's like, dude, this is so cool. I get to show up in this game and see my favorite characters and get reminded all over again of what matters. Like that to me I think that's what life is about. It's like having these moments where we're present and we're in the moment. I think games allow you to be in a moment, and it takes you, it kind of grounds you in a way where it's like, okay, I get to be right here in this moment. I get to, being in a moment while escaping and returning to good times. It's a very interesting thing that when I think about a game, because it's like, you know, you and I are in this moment together having a conversation. But then we're also returning to our childhood. We're also, you know, we're bringing all these moments together. And I think that's what's really cool that a game can do. And so, I don't know. I love this. And I'll let us wrap here so we can download this Zoom and give it to Miguel. And Miguel can edit this and we can get this out as fast as possible. Because this is just, we want to know what you think. And Austin's going to be going live. He may already be going live right now. But anyways,
knowing him, he probably already has.
Yeah, I know. We discussed Tuesday. So hopefully you guys will see this. Hopefully this is Tuesday when you're seeing this. If not, then you know that, you know, life happened. So, but we'll get this going to you guys. But it's just, let us know your thoughts. Cody, any other thoughts that you have to throw out there to everybody?
I think the next thing we need to do is talk about the upcoming rumored reboot.
Yes.
Soon. We hinted at it a little bit here, but I think soon we need to talk about it because I want to get some ideas before the truth comes out.
Yeah.
And see what people are thinking.
Predictions.
Yeah, I want to see what people are thinking before we actually start to hear things.
I love that.
Yeah. So we need to get some emails out or some, some community posts out, start asking some questions and getting some answers.
I love this. Yeah. Create our own feedback loop before be like, listen, guys.
Hey,
Disney
we
Plus,
might manifest some stuff.
Dude, Disney Plus, if you want to know what the fans really think, come talk to us at Fanward because we'll let you know because we got the coolest fans here and they're the dopest. So anyways, all right, let's do this. Talk soon. Bye.